moments I don't share with everybody, but it's great to be here. Bassmaster Elite Series, stop number 2 of the Bassmaster Elite Series. Want to thank everybody for coming out here today. We're going to start with 75 anglers today, 75 anglers tomorrow, and then Saturday we'll cut it down to 35, and only the top 10 move into Championship Sunday. And on the weekend, we'll be changing the locations of our weigh-in here. And Trip, off of, such an incredible event last week.
Well, it was, and I hate you missed the briefing last night. I know you had flight problems with a lot of weather up towards Toronto and that way, but it was incredible. We recognized 5 anglers that had 30-plus pound sacks. We had 8 bags between 25 and 8 additional bags between 25 and 30 pounds. And day 3 and day 4 was just incredible. We talked about it. On day 3, we had a 32-15, 30 pounds and change, Scott Canterbury, and then somebody else had Cliff Perch with his big bag. And then on day 4, John Kruse set the pace right out of the gate with 31 pounds. Earlier in the week, he had weighed an 11.2, his largest bass of his lifetime. How cool is that to do it in a Bassmaster Elite Series competition? And then last but not least, Rick Clunn comes up there and flops 34-14 to take his total to 98 pounds and 14 ounces, just a pound and 2 ounces shy of the century mark, and take home back-to-back St. Johns River titles and that blue trophy. And just an incredible angler at 72 years old, already a legend, over and over again in this sport, and to do that. So it was an incredible week, but now we advance. It's great to be back in Georgia. We were here back in the fall with our Toyota Angler of the Year Championship up on Chautauqua, and then a couple of weeks later, our Bassmaster Classic Bracket competition in Ellijay on Carter's Lake. And so it's great to be back in Georgia and Gwinnett County. Great host over here. Our friends up in Gainesville, or down in Gainesville, however you want to look at it. And, of course, we'll be at Coolray Park, like you said, on the weekend. I want to apologize for the late start. That's my fault. I've been doing this a long time. Dewey Kendrick taught me a long time ago, look at your sunrise, back up 15 minutes. And I looked at the wrong time, and nobody caught it until last night, and I knew something was wrong. So we had to take off back to 7:05. We always try to give the anglers at least 8 hours, just like you would go out and work an 8-hour day. We try to give them 8 hours. So the first flight checks in at 3:15. We're doing a trailered weigh-in right at their trailer, golf cart them up here. We'll get to fish in our live release boat and back out into Lake Lanier before dark. So, we'll be chasing dark towards the end of this thing. But the competition here, Dave, as great as it was last week, I think it'll be just as great this week in a different sort of way. We're going to see probably 90%, probably 95% spotted bass. But I think if Clunn had bombed last week on the last day, just say he lost one of those 9-pounders, we'd have had a 1-ounce victory in that tournament. And I think this tournament will come down to ounces.
It will, and one of the amazing things this week that we talked a lot on Bassmaster Live. If you were watching, if you weren't watching, make sure to tune in. Bassmaster Live now starts on the first day of the tournament. We used to start on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now we do it the whole way through the tournament. But on Bassmaster Live, what a difference. I mean, showing how versatile these pros have to be. I mean, yesterday it felt like summer. Last week it felt like summer. Everybody was in shorts and flip-flops, and not so much here today.
No, not so much, but, this is a great lake. This is a great cold weather lake. It fishes a lot like Lake Martin, my home lake over in Alabama. But you talked about Bassmaster Live. Not only that, on Bassmaster.com, you and I are tournament junkies. I got up here Monday afternoon, relaxed a little bit in the hotel. I clicked on and watched the videos of those giant catches on Bassmaster.com. Our camera crews, they do an incredible job. But the anglers did a phenomenal job, and it was just a great week. And but switching gears, I can't wait to see how it unfolds here, because it's a great test for the anglers. They were down there in shallow water. Probably this week everything's going to be 40 to 60 feet deep.
Yeah, totally different equipment, all changed up. And, I kept thinking about Rick Clunn the next day. 72 years old, just won that tournament. I'm, limping around with a bad back because I emceed a tournament. And he's already driven 8 hours across the country and pre-fishing for this tournament. So I can't say enough about how impressive that is.
Well, I will tell you this. Monday and Tuesday were pretty rough out here on these guys, because you could stand right here and probably not see that amphitheater for the fog. If Tuesday had been a tournament day, it would have been canceled. We left here at 1 o'clock. It was still foggy. And thank goodness that's cleared out. We've got some rain coming on later in the week. So these anglers are going to endure a lot of different conditions this week. And so the cream will rise to the top. But, again, I think it's going to be a close race.
All right, we got some anglers back ready to weigh some fish, and you guys have a very important job. Of course, that's to make some noise for them as they come through here. And I always tell our Thursday crowds, I mean, it's Thursday. You were the lucky ones. For some reason, you either skipped off work or you don't work. I don't know, but we're thankful you're here. So make some noise and cheer them on as we send them through. We ready to go, Trip? All right, we're ready. Are you guys ready? Come on, you got to do better than that. This is the Bassmaster Elite Series. Are you ready? All right, let's bring through our first angler from Greenwood, South Carolina. Get loud for Brandon Cobb. Didn't have to travel real far for this one. 5 fish here on day number 1. Best part about weighing in first is you're going to take the lead with 11 pounds even. Moves into second place. Brett Pruitt already weighed in. Look at it. I did not even know that. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Brandon Cobb, his second Bassmaster Elite Series event. Brandon, tell me how it's just so crazy. The Elite Series, we talk about how diverse you got to be to make it all year long, but I want to talk about polar opposites. It's hard to believe these two locations are only 7 hours apart.
Yeah, this lake's literally the completely opposite you could get. And I actually am more familiar with this. I feel comfortable out there. I just had a tough day today. I don't really know where they went. They didn't swim across my Loughran up front, and I never saw one to drop on. So it was a rough day for me, but I actually feel comfortable on this lake. I enjoy fishing. It's an awesome lake. It's probably one of the greatest spotted bass fisheries in the U.S.
I'm looking forward to see how it works for you. Great start to things. From Virginia, 6-time Classic qualifier. Get loud for Rick Morris. Oh, boy. Looks like a good bag of bass here. 5 fish for Rick Morris on day number 1. 17 pounds, 6 ounces. 17.6. And Rick Morris is your brand new leader here at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite. Stop number 2 of the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. 17 pounds and 6 ounces, and going to have to weigh one of those for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. 4 pounds, 12 ounces. You're leading the tournament and leading Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Got to be pretty happy with that. Anytime you can near 20 pounds of spots, you know you did something right.
Yeah, I fish really slow and really deep. There's a lot of suspended spots out there, but I just cannot make them bite. It's been real calm and all the fog all week long. It's been tough to get those suspenders to bite, so I just went to the bottom with gamma light line, like 8-pound line, and all these different little finesse baits and so on and so forth. So I didn't have a limit till 11 o'clock, but then I wound up catching a few more. I had one other big one that pulled off. Might have pushed me to the 20 pounds, but it's a lot better than I did down in Florida. It's a good start. I've been here before. I fished Bassmasters here, Opens before at least 20 years ago, more than one. And back then it only took 13 to 15 a day to win. Now you're going to see a couple 20-pound bags today, but that's a good start. And by the way, I represent Fishing for Our Troops. And what we do is we take all the military fishing in different areas around the country. We put together little events, and then we get corporate sponsors to put up some dollars, and we give those dollars to the USO, which goes right back to the military men and families. So give everybody a big hand.
A great program and a great start to the event. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep him rolling through. He is the reigning FLW Cup champion from Alabama, Clint Davis. Good day for Clint Davis here on day number 1. 5 fish. 15 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into second place right behind Rick Morris. Let's hear it for the reigning Forest Wood Cup champion, Clint Davis. $15 pounds, 14 ounces. Got to be pretty happy with that. How'd that compare to pre-fish?
Yeah, I had a bad pre-fish. I had a bad morning, I think, till up to about 12:30, and finally figured something out and called everything. probably tomorrow it's going to be different again. So just out to see.
Are you going to tell us what you figured out?
Yeah, I figured out how to catch one bigger than 1.5 pounds.
Keep figuring that out. That's a great approach. Let's bring up our current leader in the Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year race. Get loud for Patrick Walters. 5 fish here on day number 1. Another good day for Patrick Walters. 16 pounds, 12 ounces. All the aces on the table. He moves into second place. £16 and 12 ounces. The former collegiate champion, first season on the Elite Series, and stop number 2, and it looks like everything's going as planned.
Somewhat, tell you the truth, I'm pretty disappointed today. I could have had a lot better day. Things didn't go my way. I had a lot of missed opportunities. Actually, I lost a 4-pound largemouth at the boat, and all I got back was the bill of my crankbait. He still has the crankbait, so we're gonna go back and swing for the fences tomorrow. Just kind of go have fun and just go fishing and see what happens.
Go catch him and get the rest of your crankbait back. Another new Elite Series angler from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Derrick Hudnall. Skeeter Yamaha Pro with 5 fish here on day number 1. 14 pounds and 4 ounces. He moves into 4th place currently at his second Bassmaster Elite Series event of his career. One of our Elite Series rookies, 75 anglers, shooting it out with the ultimate goal, making it to the Geico Bassmaster Classic. Moving to 4th place with 14.4. I know it's early in the weigh-in, but going to keep you in contention.
It is. After the practice I had, I think I caught 3 fish in the first 2 days. And yesterday I finally said, man, what am I doing? Let's get back to the roots. And that's what I started doing, and it started working. So we'll see. Conditions will be different tomorrow. I was really hoping to get just one big bite. I think I was one big bite out of it because they were all about the same size. But, man, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Great
start. Keep it rolling. Our next angler from Virginia, Ed Loughran III. Another limit of fish from beautiful Lake Lanier. All these fish going to go back alive in the water for you guys to catch for years to come. 13 pounds and 5 ounces puts him in 5th place currently. £13 pounds and 5 ounces sitting in 5th place currently, and decent start to things. You happy with that?
I am. It was about noon. I only had 1 fish, so I was a little worried at that point, but found a little area, and hopefully I can do it again tomorrow and improve a little.
Great start to things. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's bring him back on the stage from North Carolina, back on the Bassmaster Elite Series, Shane Lineberger. I didn't say anything at the beginning, but happy Valentine's to everybody. What a romantic experience going to a live Bassmaster Elite Series event where Shane Lineberger weighs in 14 pounds and 6 ounces. Nothing says love like spotted bass, ladies and gentlemen. Digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag. Still digging deep. Let's hear it for Mercury Pro, Shane Lineberger. £14 pounds and 6 ounces puts you in 4th place currently. 8 anglers into the weigh-in, and looks like pretty good out there today.
It's kind of deceiving. I had a little spot this morning where they were kind of on the herring, and I only got to fish one for about 40 minutes, and I caught 4 really quick. And the rest of the day was a grind for me. I mean, I just put my head down and just jerked my brains out, just trying to catch one more. But first and foremost, happy Valentine's Day to my wife. I haven't been home in a month. Thank God I only live 3 hours from here. So, we're not real far. When we leave here, I'm looking forward to going home.
Hey, speaking of that, happy Valentine's Day to my wife, too. Thank you very much, Shane. Let's bring up our next angler from Texas, his 2nd season on the Elite Series, Randy Sullivan. 5 fish for Randy Sullivan here on day number 1. Good, better, about the same as pre-fish?
About the same.
About the same, 15 pounds, 11 ounces. Keep catching them like that, and you may be hanging out with us on the weekend. He moves into 4th place with 15 pounds, 11 ounces. 15-11 moves into 4th place, just 1 pound, 12 ounces shy of the overall lead. Being held by Rick Morris. Got to be happy with this start.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can consistently go out there and catch fish, and I had fun out here. I was just getting to do my thing and go along, have a fun time, get plenty of bites. So I'm enjoying it.
Congrats. Keep it rolling. A 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion and member of Bassmaster Millionaires Club from Aiken, South Carolina, the Tower of Power, Jay Willie. Jason Williamson, 4 fish here today, 11 pounds, 4 ounces. Looks like he's catching the right quality, just 1 bass short on quantity here today. But look at this fish right there. That's Spot Daddy right there. 11 pounds and 4 ounces sitting in 9th place. I know it's killing you to only bring 4 here, but at least you're on some of the right bites.
Yeah, I'm fishing a place that's got a lot. I'm around the right ones, but it's hard to get them to bite. And then when I did get them to bite today, I didn't fish clean. I had several missed opportunities, but there's enough fish on that place to get me back in the game. And we'll go out tomorrow with a clean slate and just try to put our head down and catch 16, 17 pounds and get back in this thing.
Go get it done. I know you can. All the way from Okeechobee, Florida, Kyle Monty. 5 fish for Kyle Monty here on day number 1. 11 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 8th place currently. 11 anglers into our 75 angler weigh-in. 75 anglers fish on day 1 and day 2. And then we cut it down to 35 on semifinal Saturday. And 10 roll into Championship Sunday on the Bassmaster Elite Series. The Toyota Bassmaster Elite, and you're sitting in 8th place right now with 11-14. Not so bad.
No, I think I survived today. I'm going to have to catch a big bag tomorrow. I didn't have the right conditions today. Got a long day tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. This lake is absolutely full of them, man. I did lose one good one today, but I'm going to go back and get her tomorrow.
Look forward to seeing it. All the way from Louisiana, let me hear it for Quintin Capo. Quintin Capo, 3 fish here today. 6 pounds, 3 ounces. Let's not talk about today. Tripp said you had an interesting day yesterday. You want to talk about that?
No, not really.
Okay. You can talk about whatever you want. What would you like to talk about?
I think my fish has moved. I got to go out tomorrow and try to find them. But no, I will talk about yesterday. I lost my keys some kind of way. Somebody at Toto Creek landed and found my keys and put them in my gas cap. I appreciate that. Whoever you are, if you're watching, thank you.
If you're watching, honestly, if that person, now we're going to have 300 people saying it's them, but if you can prove something, we'll figure it out. If we find those people, if you run into them and they sound like they're telling the truth, we'll make sure to take care of them at the Bassmaster Elite Series. All the way from New Jersey, let's hear it for GDP, Greg Palma. 5 fish for Greg Palma here. Stop number 2, a great start to his Elite Series career last week, and he keeps it rolling with 12 pounds, 13 ounces, moves inside the top 10 in 8th place currently, 12-13. Hold him high, and let's hear you, Georgia. $12 pounds, 13 ounces, 410 short of the overall lead, but 12-13 is going to keep you in it.
Yeah, man, it was still a fun day. I can't complain. Whatever it is, it is. Tomorrow I got to go out and I got to catch them a little bit better, which, every day that I've been here this week, it's literally changed every day, and I got to just scrap. Tomorrow I'm going out with no game plan, and I'm just going fishing because I think that's probably the best thing I can do. So that's what we're doing.
I'm betting it works out for you. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Hot off a top 10 at our last event from Gonzales, Louisiana, Robby Elias. 4 fish here on day number 1. 9 pounds, 10 ounces. Robby, I kind of joked with you on the dock this morning and said you probably were not going to be fishing the same as you were last week in Florida, and you said you were going to try.
Yeah, I'm still hard-headed.
Changing things up for tomorrow or still just trying to get that bite?
Yeah, I'm going to scramble around. It's been a difficult lake for me. I really hadn't figured them out in practice at all. I'm just go fishing tomorrow. I got to thank the service crews. I had some battery issues today, and they got me back in the water in minutes.
Awesome. They are truly the unsung heroes of bass fishing. All the way from the West Coast, our Bass Nation national champion. Get loud for Randy Pearson. 5 fish for Randy Pearson here today. 14 pounds, 8 ounces. Going to have a look at a few of those fish digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag, and he's going to hold them up high for you guys and for all of our viewers watching on Bassmaster.com. I want to remind you, Bassmaster Live kicks off at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Make sure to tune in. Randy, 14 pounds, 8 ounces, and, a lot of times, people will compare these bodies of water to Shasta and things like that. Did you see a lot of similarities, or was it totally different?
No, it fishes similar to Shasta and some other spotted bass lakes. Today, if someone would have told me, hey, you're going to go out and not catch any fish or any bites on one pattern that I was doing, I would have told them they're crazy. And I did that. I never had a bite on something I thought I was going to be doing. So I kind of went back to something else and was able to catch what I did. So I'm pretty happy. And before I get off of here, I gotta thank Bass Nation for all the work they did and giving me the opportunity to be here and fish and the Phoenix boat and running that. And then Bassmasters. I mean, you guys, this is absolutely amazing. Way better than ever could have imagined. So thank you very much.
We're just getting started. It's awesome to have you here. From one Bass Nation champion to another last year's Bass Nation national champion, Caleb Sumrall. 5 fish here today for Caleb on day number 1, Toyota Bassmaster Elite at Lake Lanier. 5 fish, looks like a good day. 13 pounds, 15 ounces, moves into 8th place currently. Let's hear it for Bass Nation national champion, Caleb Sumrall. £13, 15 ounces, and a great start to things. Got to be happy with that.
I am. I got a good start with that fish right there. That was my first fish, first bite this morning, and they kind of step down, getting smaller and smaller. But I'm excited to be here. I'm telling you, after leaving Florida, I'm mad at them. So I'm heading out there, and I'm gonna crack them in the face tomorrow if I can.
I look forward to seeing what that looks like on the scales. Here's one of the top picks in fantasy fishing from North Carolina, Shane LaHue. 5 fish here today. 10 pounds, 6 ounces, puts you in 15th place, and several anglers have talked about how this lake continues to change. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. I thought I got on a little something the last day of practice. Nothing crazy. I got 3 or 4 bites. I honestly had a pretty tough practice. I like this lake a lot. Fished here a few times, but I'm just going to have to scrap everything and figure it out tomorrow.
It usually works out pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out for you. Let's bring up another former Elite Series Rookie of the Year and Bassmaster Elite Series champion, Hank Cherry. 5 fish for Hank Cherry here on day number 1, stop number 2. 12 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 11th place currently. Digging deep in that Berkeley weighing bag, and look at the size of that fish right there, ladies and gentlemen. 12 pounds, 8 ounces, and that was a welcome addition to your bag there. We'll weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Current leader, 4 pounds, 12 ounces, 410. Not going to take that over, but a welcome addition to your bag today.
Oh, yeah. They were all welcome addition in about the first 30 minutes, and then I just blew smoke the rest of the day. I couldn't catch a fish. I don't know what was going on. I ran, locked the jerkbait in my head, and I said, look, just catch one big one and you're right where you need to be. One big one, you're right where you need to be. I'm up here where I have to be, and I still need that one that I'm looking for. So tomorrow we'll go out and do the same thing. Whatever happens, happens. Have a good time, and Christian, Bella, Jacqueline, all be here tomorrow, so looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. From Alabama, let's bring up Bill Weidler. 5 fish for Bill Weidler here on day number 1. Stop number 2, the Toyota Bassmaster Elite at beautiful Lake Lanier. 5 fish today, 14 pounds, 10 ounces. He moves into 5th place currently. Just 2 pounds, 13 ounces short of the overall lead. Digging deep in that Abu Garcia weigh-in bag. Going to hold up some fish for you to see on Bassmaster.com. 14 pounds, 10 ounces. Got to be happy with that. A great start to things.
Yeah, I'm actually not too happy with that. You know, I started out this morning, had a couple things that cost me some bigger ones than that. You know, I've seen some big bags out here this week. I think my first day of practice I had close to 20. So, you know, I'm going to go back after them. I mean, there's a lot of big ones where I'm fishing. So, you know, I'm optimistic to see if I can't make something happen this week.
Love to see it. Go get them. A former PAA Angler of the Year from Winchester, Tennessee, Garrett Klaus. Five fish for Garrett Klaus here on day number 1. Looks like a good start to things. 15 pounds and 2 ounces, and Garrett Klaus drives his Phoenix bass boat into 5th place currently with 15 pounds and 2 ounces. Digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag. Going to hold up some fish for you to see on Bassmaster.com. Want to thank everybody for joining us on Bassmaster.com, and those are the kind it takes to get paid on Lake Lanier. With that being said, everybody in the Elite Series gets paid now, so my statement was kind of wrong. But to get paid more, I said that's the kind of fish it takes to get paid on Lake Lanier. But then I said everybody in the Elite Series gets paid. You're tied for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. But everyone's getting paid, but you get paid a lot more if you stay through to Sunday, and I know you'd love to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to. You know, had a pretty good day today. I'll take it. You know, I actually didn't think I'd have that much weight. These spots weigh up pretty heavy. But, you know, I got to say a shout-out to the folks back up the road at Phoenix Boats. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I couldn't be out here doing this. They're just a great group of people up there, and I'm sure they're watching on Bassmaster Live, so maybe I did a little bit better than last week.
Yeah, boss getting it done.
You don't see many Klaus. I mean, that's a little different name. You're like Weldon. But this gentleman right here, I don't know if you can to him or not, but he's fishing Toach Fish, so you need to meet that guy.
I met him, I believe.
He's just changed his name because he wants a free boat, probably. These kids are very crafty with their sponsor deals. From Auburn, Alabama, 3-time Bassmaster champion, Steve Kennedy. 3 Elite Series wins in his career, 5 fish here today. 12 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into 13th place currently. £12 pounds, 12 ounces, and Steve Kennedy, the 3-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, moves into 13th place right now. Is 13 a lucky number or unlucky number?
It's unlucky. I don't know. It was a struggle. There were a few fish, you know, right where I got bit in practice, but yeah, every fish I caught in practice seemed like it was 3 1/4, good solid chunks, and today I never caught one. So hopefully I'm gonna change up my rotation tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some weather and get these jokers fired up.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. You usually figure them out. Started hot and early today from Kissimmee, Florida. Jesse Tegarante. Started catching them early and often today. A good day indeed. 5 fish, 15 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 3rd place currently. $15 pounds, 14 ounces, and sitting in 3rd place, Jesse Tecarante. 15 pounds and 14 ounces, and just a pound 9 short of the overall lead, Jesse. So you're going to be pretty happy with the way this one started out. But if somebody's watching online, they're going to say, what's a guy from Florida know about spots? But I imagine you learned a thing or two when you were living on the West Coast.
Yeah, but I also know that only a guy from Canada could be wearing shorts and a T-shirt up here today because it is cold, man. Yeah, I've been fishing spots for 30 years. Shasta and Pearson and all the lakes out west. And so I kind of have an idea. I mean, this lake is pretty neat. It sets up a lot like Lake Mead where I grew up with the deep water. And it's just a lot of fun. You know, we just go out there and fish. And, man, Florida beat me up. So I got some ground to make up. But it's been a great day. And, guys, listen, I want to tell you something that my marshal today was blown away with. And he says, you guys are always talking about, like, this Garmin live scope. And I see it on YouTube. And he says, he thinks that we do this just to sell, you know. And I would show him today. I'd say, look, that brush, there's a brush pile 30 feet ahead of me with 3 fish in there, and he's sitting right there. I'd throw 30 feet out there, and bang, there was a 4-pounder. Bang, there's a 3. I'd catch all 3 fish. So if you guys have not checked out that Garmin Life Scope, it is probably the best technology out there on the water, help you catch a bunch of fish. And it just, either you get there and you see them, or you don't. If you don't, get out and go to the next spot. It's almost cheating. It just really is. It's sick. So go check them out, man. Garmin.com.
Works pretty good. Awesome to see, and a great opportunity not just to check out that, but our Marshall program trip. How does somebody get signed up for our Marshall program? To go to the website, to come to the events? How does it work?
Well, it's easy to go to Bassmaster.com, and you'll see it all right there. I want to thank Jesse and all these anglers. They're great about teaching. With our Marshall, these guys aren't fishing. So if the pro is comfortable, they can invite him up to the front deck, show him what he was talking about with this electronics, or if they're side fishing or whatever, as long as they don't get in the way of the anglers fishing. And the anglers are very accommodating, helping the marshals. So we appreciate that, and it's a great learning opportunity.
Awesome to see. Well, let's keep him rolling. His first season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, Frank the Tank Talley. 5 fish for Frank here on day number 1. 12 pounds, 4 ounces. He moves it. I think Zona just left, ladies and gentlemen. 12 pounds, 4 ounces. £12.4 Got to be happy with that, sitting in 16th place.
Yeah, we just got to survive today. Today was off for me. The way I've been catching them hasn't been conclusive to the sun and the no wind. So maybe tomorrow this little front blow in will help me out. So
is this your elaborate? Did you orchestrate this? Is this going to be your thing? Bill Dance has a T in his hat. You have a helicopter that flies over when you weigh in.
Hey, whatever it takes. That's Tank 1 up there.
All right. Well, thanks for coming by. All the way from Cavan, Ontario, Canada, was in our top 10 last week, Corey Johnston. 5 fish for Corey Johnston here on day number 1. 11 pounds and 4 ounces. You're moving to 19th place, and a little different than Florida. But, those big giant spots are out there. What has to happen for you to rally right in the middle of this?
You know what? They are out there. There's a ton of fish in this place. It's just, that cold front came through and things changed up. So I'm going to change up tomorrow too, and we'll see what happens.
I saw what happened last time, and we look forward to seeing it happen again. From Shelby, North Carolina, 2-time FLW Tour champion, Matt Erie. 5 fish today. 11 pounds even. He moves into 21st place currently. £11 even and sitting in 21st place. And I know that was not the target going into this, but I also know that you are definitely one of those anglers who could rally right back into this.
Absolutely. This lake is not showing its true potential. And, I weighed in a 14.5 incher in that bag, and that really hurt me today. I had one big bite in a deep tree, and lo and behold, I get up next to the boat, and it's about a 4.5-pound largemouth comes unbuttoned. Part of the game, so hopefully tomorrow we can go out there and erase this 11 pounds, bring in 16, 17 pounds, play some catch-up.
Love to see it. Go get it done. A former Classic qualifier through the Bass Nation, now in Bassmaster Elite Series Pro. Let me hear it for Dale Hightower. 5 fish for Dale Hightower here on day number 1. From the great state of Oklahoma, 11 pounds and 3 ounces. He moves into 21st place. 26 anglers into our day 1 weigh-in here at stop number 2, the Toyota Bassmaster Elite on Lake Lanier. 11 pounds, 3 ounces in 21st place right now. And by the way, they're catching them. You're going to have to step it up a little bit tomorrow. Is it just trying to get those few bigger bites, or what do you think?
Well, I just needed a little bit more wind today for what I'm doing. I did catch these fish late in the day when I did get a little bit of that wind and sun come up. That obviously helped to bring them up to what I'm doing. But we get a little bit more wind, and I think it'll pick up for me. But I lost a couple of real good fish today that would have helped me a lot. So I'm around the right ones.
Keep them buttoned up, and we'll see you with a big bag tomorrow. All the way from Reed Springs, Missouri, the snowman, Brian Snowden. You got to figure this body of water would set up well for you, and by the looks of things, it did. 5 fish here today on day number 1. 14 pounds, 8 ounces inside our top 10. In 8th place currently, the former Toyota Texas Bass Classic champion rolled out in his Bass Pro Shops wrapped nitro and comes back with 14 pounds, 8 ounces, and throws his hat into the top 10 in 8th place currently with 14.8, just 2:15 short of the overall lead. And similar to Table Rock, I imagine, in some ways.
Yeah, it really does set up a lot. You know, it's got deep trees, deep brush piles, lots of points with some rock and hard spots on them. You know, today was a day that was a little different. I think the weather changed, and it was real calm compared to what practice was. So it really kind of hurt what I thought I was going to be able to do today. So I'm hoping for a little more wind and some clouds tomorrow, and I think we'll get some bigger stringers coming in, because this place has got a lot of good quality spotted bass. And, you know, we fish for them all the time at Table Rock, and it's one of my favorite fish to catch.
Forward to seeing you all the way through to Sunday. Keep it rolling. All right, Georgia, let's hear it for one of your very own. From Georgia, get loud for 3-time Classic qualifier, Micah Frazier. 5 fish and 5 good ones. Looking to keep the trophy in this state. 16 pounds, 11 ounces. Georgia's very own Micah Frazier moves into 3rd place currently. Get loud, Georgia. He represents you all year long. 16 pounds, 11 ounces. 16-11 and sitting in 3rd place, just 12 ounces short of the overall lead. We're going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. 4-1. Not going to take that over, but sitting pretty right now in a great spot.
Man, I didn't realize I had that much. I'm happy with that after the practice I had. But, man, this is an unbelievable lake. It's really not fishing the way it should. I don't fish here that much, but, you know, when I come up here, I can tell it's special. But I've got my wife and my little boy here, and it's his first weigh-in. He's a little bitty guy, so I'm happy to have them here finally. And but I'm going to try to catch him again tomorrow and see how it goes.
He's got to come to every weigh-in now. You caught him really good. He can't ever miss a weigh-in. Let's bring up our reigning Elite Series Rookie of the Year, Jake Whittaker. 5 fish for Jake here on day number 1. 10 pounds, 2 ounces, puts you in 27th place, and I can tell by the look on your face that was not the goal.
No, it wasn't, and that's part of it. I wish I could tell you I lost some big ones and whatnot today, but I just didn't. I saw them in practice, and, you know, today, whatever conditions changed, just it didn't work out for me. But I think, you know, the stuff we've got coming tomorrow should make them bite a little bit better, so we'll see.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. Let's bring up a former Geico Bassmaster Classic champion, Jay Ellis. 5 fish here on day number 1 for Jay Ellis. 11 pounds and 1 ounce. That's all the ones across the board. Does that mean at the end of this you're going to be at spot number 1?
I don't know. It'd be nice, but you know, it was a grind today. You know, every time I've ever come here, actually and I've been coming here off and on since. And when I have done well here, it's always been with large. Man, that's what I did today, is fish for spots all day, but I think I'll try the black ones tomorrow and see what happens.
Looking forward to see it. There's been a lot of controversy in the media trailer on how to pronounce your name properly. You said, I got it. Paquette. All right. No more arguing, guys, because he's got 13 pounds, 8 ounces. And he moves into 14th place currently. 13 pounds, 8 ounces, just 315 short of the overall lead, and that's all you can ask for day number one is just to keep yourself in contention.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's a start. I caught a bunch of fish today. I actually didn't even have a 3 to 4 pound bite, so maybe we can go home tonight, make some adjustments, and if I can get on some bigger fish and find out how to catch the bigger fish, we can make a run at it.
Love to see it. Love to see you here through to Sunday. Here's a guy who spent Sunday with us last week from Salem, Virginia, the Kruse missile, John Kruse. Day one weight, 31 pounds and change. He had 11 pound, 5 ounce, or 11.2 yesterday. Today, 11 pounds, 14 ounces. It's not, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of this, but it's not my fault you caught an 11.2 last week.
Yeah, it took me all day to catch that, and I had to call a bunch of times to have that 11.14. But I tell you, this is a fun lake, and we know it's not showing its potential just yet. Within the next few days, it may go off, but next weekend, it really may go off. Next weekend, there's a missile baits only, no entry fee tournament, guaranteed first place, $1,000. Going out a Little Hall ramp, you can go on missilebaits.com, find out more. No entry fee tournament right here on this lake. So keep an eye on live and see how to catch them, and then you come down and have a good time next weekend.
That sounds like a plan. Free. Get in that. Let's bring up a 3-time TTBC champion from Huntington, Texas, Keith Combs. 3-time TTBC champion, 2-time Elite Series champion, and 5 fish here on day number one. And 5 good ones for Keith Combs. Kick this tournament off. 16 pounds and 6 ounces. And Keith Combs inside our top 10 in 4th place currently with 16 pounds and 6 ounces for the 5-time tournament winner. $16 pounds and 6 ounces sitting in 4th place, just a pound and an ounce away from the overall lead. Got to be happy.
Absolutely. It changed a lot today. Practice for me was just a morning deal, and I didn't have anything going late. And, the conditions were a lot different out there today. We had that calm, and we haven't had that in practice. We've been seeing a lot of wind, and it was noon. I thought I was going to catch 2 fish. That's what I had, and made a little rally there and hopefully learn something for tomorrow. But, yeah, it's a fantastic lake. I had no idea that the spots were as big as they are here, and got here and caught them the first few days. It's incredible. Hopefully that weather just spikes the bite and we get back on them again.
Was it Zona? I'm hearing reports from the water that as soon as he left you started catching them.
I didn't want to go there, but, I've been blasting them in the morning. Zona's with me this morning, and I got 2 fish, so I'm going to ask Mark Zona to maybe stay in the river tomorrow.
Okay. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Here's another guy who made it through to Sunday last week. 3-time U.S. Open champion, the Golden Ram, Clifford Perch. 5 fish for Clifford here on day number one. Wow. He's looking to stick around to Sunday every week this year. 15 pounds and 6 ounces. And the Golden Ram charges inside of our top 10 in 8th place currently. All the way from Payson, Arizona, and showing he can get it done, whether it's in Florida, Georgia, or anywhere in between. $15 pounds and 6 ounces sitting in 8th place, and pretty good start to the Elite Series for you this year.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. That was a blessing. I've fished several tournaments on Lanier, and everybody says, boy, this is really your deal, but I've never done good here. So I'm hoping to turn the corner and maybe make something out of this. They're biting like I think they should, and I caught them several ways today, and it's just fun. So I'm glad I'm in the ball game, and hey, maybe Lanier is going to turn around for me.
I'm looking forward to seeing it all the way through to Sunday from Spring Grove, Illinois. Get loud for Chris Grow. 2 fish here. It's okay. Your beard looks spectacular. Your hair is on point. No, it's better than mine and Trips. So
I hear you. I don't know. We got a long season ahead of us. Hopefully I'll wake up soon. But thanks for all the support. And sorry I let you down, you chain rats. We're going to come in with 20 tomorrow. So
you never let them down. Go get it tomorrow. I know you can. From Newcomerstown, Ohio, Hunter Shryock. 5 fish for Hunter Shryock here in day number 1. And 5 good ones. Look at the board. 14 pounds, 15 ounces. And Hunter Shryock moves into 10th place currently. Let's hear it for Abu Garcia Pro, Hunter Shryock. 14 pounds, 15 ounces, and sitting inside or at 10th place right now. Great start to things.
Man, I tell you, the thing I've learned about spotted bass fishing is just adjustments. You got to constantly adjust with the conditions, and obviously we haven't really seen this condition today. It was slick, calm. It's been blowing, but man, I'm excited about it. And sorry, Trip, I didn't mean to throwing stuff at the Weighmaster, but yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to blow a little bit. I think everybody's going to catch them better. I just got to stay on it, and hopefully the big ones bite.
I want to hang out with you on Sunday. Make it happen. I know you can. Here's a guy who likes to hang out on Sundays. Keep that streak going. 2-time FLW Tour champion, Scott Canterbury. 30-pound bag on the scales last week, and another good bag to start off his event here this week. 5 fish, 16 pounds, 11 ounces. He moves into 3rd place currently with 16-11, and Scott Canterbury continues his assault on the Bassmaster Elite Series. $16 pounds, 11 ounces. And Scott, I was watching today on Bass Live, Bass Track watching. It wasn't like it happened easy. I mean, it seemed like you had to work through the day to get that weight up.
Yeah, I had to work really hard. I haven't had a good day really since I've been here, but I figured out a way to get a few bites like the first day of practice, and I've sort of ran with it. Today I learned a little bit more, so, we'll see. I mean, I got fortunate. I got really blessed today and caught a couple of big ones. I haven't caught a big one since I've been here, and I caught 2 big ones today. So, I'm excited. Learned a little bit today, so we'll see where it goes. I'm excited. I want to get back out there right now. I can't, but in the morning it'll be good. I'll get some rest tonight, and then we'll see what Lanier has to offer tomorrow.
I look forward to seeing how it all plays out. Great to have you here from Knoxville, Tennessee. Former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, Brandon Card. Brandon Card with 5 fish here on day number 1. Stop number 2 and a good bag of fish. 5. Oh, they don't just have spotted bass here. They got some largemouth, too. A mixed bag for $15.15. That largemouth helped you in the bag, but were you specifically fishing for them, or was it just a welcome gift?
No, it was definitely a welcome gift. I was fishing for spots, and I hooked him, and he was fighting like a spot, and then he came up, and I was like, oh, my gosh, that's a big largie. So I'll take all the bonus largies I can get this week. But my Suzuki ran great all day today. I pretty much did a lap all the way around the lower end of the lake and then some. I actually caught the 4-pounder on my first stop, and I went all the way back like 7 hours later and caught another 4-pounder. So maybe I'll just stay there all day tomorrow. But I want to say happy Valentine's Day to my wife and my mom. They drove down from Tennessee. It's actually kind of funny. I didn't know my wife was coming. So I had flowers delivered to our house today. So happy Valentine's Day. I guess we'll tell the neighbors to pick up the flowers.
Oh, yeah. Honey, I didn't realize I was traveling, so I had your flowers delivered to my hotel room. So sorry if you don't get flowers, but you're a very romantic guy. Go give her a hug and kiss. Great to have you here. All right, from Youngsville, Louisiana, his 2nd season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, Tyler Carrier. 5 fish for Tyler here on day number 1. 9 pounds, 5 ounces, puts you in 37th place right now. And being from Louisiana, much experience.
But I figured I could come over here. I seem to do decent with smallmouth, but I just hadn't been able to catch them like that. I only had 6 bites today, put 5 in the boat. But, tomorrow's a new day. We'll just go do it again.
I look forward to seeing you, hopefully all the way through to Sunday. This guy traveled a long way from Kenora, Ontario, Canada. Gussie Justice. the third member of our Canadian invasion team. And look out, the invasion continues. 5 fish looking for 17.7, 19 pounds, 2 ounces, 19.2, and Jeff Gustafson is your brand new leader. Get loud for Gussie, 19 pounds, 2 ounces. Traveled a long, long way from home with nothing but a dream fueling him. And boy, 19 pounds, 2 ounces, and we got to watch it all on Bassmaster Live. For Phoenix Boats Big Bass will be the next one. Needs to be 4.12, 4.7. So I'm sure you're not worried about Phoenix Boats Big Bass. You're leading the tournament, and, maybe had a little pressure put on you last week. The Johnson brothers got off to a great start, and nice to see you're here.
Yeah, this is more up my alley. I got to fish here last year, and this is in 6 or 7 years fishing down south. This is by far my favorite body of water, probably. But the fishing's a lot different this year. I think I only caught like 8 keepers today, so it wasn't like I was out there really cranking on them. And I think last year, like a bad day would have been like 30. So it's different, but I think I know what I need to be doing to get the right ones, and hopefully we can keep it rolling for a few more days.
Why this lake? I know you live on Lake of the Woods, and is there parallels between the two?
It is. I feel like I'm at home out here, kind of. I'm fishing mostly offshore. I am fishing shallow a little bit too, but I like the clear water. I like using the light tackle, and the spots act a lot like the smallmouths do up on Lake of the Woods. So I'm happy.
You know what I like doing? Hanging out on Sundays. So we'll see you here. Keep it rolling. Your leader, let's hear it for him. From Mount Carmel, Tennessee, every day is doomsday, David Mullins. Well, another big bag here today. 5 fish for David Mullins here on day number 1, 17 pounds, 12 ounces. And just like that, a brand new leader, and David Mullins moves into second place. Gussie is your leader. David Mullins sitting in second place with 17 pounds and 12 ounces. Just 1 pound, 2 ounces short of the overall lead. 17-12 and just 1-7 short of the overall lead. And I know it's early in the tournament, but quarter way there.
Yeah. Much like what Gussie said, it's not like I'm catching 30 a day. I've only caught 8 or 9 keepers today, and when you get bid, it seems to be a good quality fish. But hopefully it's not like last week where we start off with a bang and then fall off the cliff. So hopefully we can keep it rolling here. This is awesome lake. I love fishing clear water, and like I said, hopefully we can continue catching them.
You're going to. The power of positive thinking. Don't even think about last week. From Tennessee, a former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion, Skylar Hamilton. 5 fish for Skylar Hamilton here on day number 1. 11 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 27th place currently, and people saying it's tough, but weight-wise, you guys are catching pretty good.
It was tough. I only had 6 bites today, and I really didn't figure out anything in practice. The conditions have been different every day. The first day it was fogged in, second day it was fogged in, it started raining, and then today we had slick, calm, and sunny, and then it turned back to cloudy. So I just had to go fishing, and hopefully I can catch a little bit more weight tomorrow and have a good time. It's a fun lake, and love everybody here, and happy Valentine's Day to my girlfriend. She drove all the way from Tennessee, so there she is. Hey, and hello to my mom and dad back home.
Well, happy Valentine's Day. Let's keep them rolling from Denver, North Carolina. Rob Dye. Five fish for Rob Dye here on day number 1. 5 fish for 10 pounds, 13 ounces, puts you in 37th place, and 1 big bite.
Today, caught 8 or 9 keepers, and just wasn't fortunate enough to get a good bite, but it's a good day any day that you can go fishing, and it's a beautiful lake, and I'd like to say hello to my wife, happy Valentine's, hello to the guys at the Great Outdoors, and if you guys are interested in a fishing rod, check out cashandrods.com. They got a great product. I'll see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. We're just looking at resetting the scales here, not to resetting the scales, but resetting the system that works the scales. Obviously, you say reset the scales around a fishing tournament, and people go crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I had to catch myself there, but our system that gets it up, we're going to get trip system working there. And while we do that, I want to talk to you. Well, I'm just killing time, really. I'll be honest. You know, people try to hide it, but I'm not one of those people. What we're doing right now is killing time. And while I kill time, I'll tell you about who's leading our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. That is last week's champion, the one and only Rick Clunn. Rick Clunn is Regina. Regina, if we can have Regina to right over here, please. Rick Clunn is leading Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, and you heard me talk about our Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year. And, of course, that's being led right now by Patrick Walters, and off to another great start here this week. Are we ready to go here, Trip?
We rated my button box here where I set the weights. Quit working. I think it came unplugged. Scales are great. I just want to explain what's happening.
I said the S word. I mean, you can't say that at a fishing tournament.
No, it's this little box right here, okay?
Clarify, okay? All right, let's keep it rolling with a guy that came very close to winning last week from Paducah, Kentucky, Mark Menendez. 4 fish here on day number 1 for Mark Menendez. 8 pounds, 7 ounces. It puts you in 42nd place. And
true, and it didn't take long to ring up the scales with those. But I didn't get many bites today, David. I don't know what changed. I had one place I was really looking forward to getting on this morning, and I got there, and I fished it a couple, 3 times, and you can still see them. You can see them out there swimming, and you just can't catch them. So got a little homework to do. I'll take the 8 pounds. I'll run with it. Last week was just a dream come true. So used to live in these parts for quite some time and fished here quite a bit. And Lanier is a great lake. It's gotten better since the introduction of the blueback herring, and the fish have even gotten bigger. So I want to say happy Valentine's Day to Max and Carolina, my kids, and happy Valentine's Day, Melissa. I'll see you soon.
Great to have you here as always. From Florida, let's welcome Cobie Krieger. Cobie Krieger looking all professional up top, and I'm not sure what's down below there, but hey.
Hey, I live in South Florida, and I have, I think, 2 pair of jeans or pants. So, you know, when it's 32 degrees at takeoff, you make do with what you got.
I hear you. 10 pounds, 13 ounces, and going to have another shot at them tomorrow. Everybody's saying they need wind, they need some weather. Do you agree?
Oh, buddy, I hope the wind blows really, really hard tomorrow. I hope none of the trees fall over, but I hope the wind blows hard. And I got to go because Drew said I can't talk.
Okay, get out of here then. Druce In Charge. From Panama City, Florida, the man in charge, Drew Benton. 5 fish, Drew. How you feeling about today?
Man, I struggled today. I'm glad we get 2 days after them, that's for sure.
12 pounds, 7 ounces, puts him in 26th place, and another shot at him tomorrow.
Yeah, I run down into the lake today and was really anticipating being able to catch them deep, and I just couldn't do it. So at 11 o'clock, I had 0. So I run up here and fish shallow what I know and salvage the day. So maybe I can get those deeper ones to bite tomorrow. They're a whole lot bigger.
All right, we look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Our next angler, get loud for Brad Watley. 5 fish today. Brad, how you feeling about your day?
It wasn't too bad today.
I guess not. 5 fish for 15 pounds and 7 ounces. Not too bad at all. Moves him into 12th place currently with 15 pounds, 7 ounces as he tries to chase down our overall leader, Jeff Gustafson. Just 3 pounds, 12 ounces short of the overall lead. 15 pounds, 7 ounces. So you happy with that?
Yeah, I'll take that. Need to get another 15 or 16 pounds tomorrow. Figured out something, a little something at the end of the day. Hopefully that'll hold up and maybe make that bag a little bit bigger tomorrow. But I want to say happy Valentine's Day to my wife and my kids. I know they're watching.
Well, happy Valentine's Day to everybody watching. And happy Valentine's Day to this guy from Newport, New York, Jamie the Hammer Hartman. 5 fish for Jamie Hartman here on day number 1, and it looks like 5 good ones to start this off. You saw him on Bassmaster Live. 15 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 12th place currently. And he's got a big largemouth that you saw him catch on Bassmaster Live. £15 pounds, 8 ounces, moves into 12th place currently. And I watched you catch that big largemouth, and that was a welcome addition.
You see my eyes light up right underneath my glasses? I was like, dang, I went up, I moved up a little bit towards the bank, and I pitched in there, and it didn't go to the bottom. So I said, something don't seem right. So, yeah, I got that one. That was a surprise. But, man, I figured out a little something at the last day of practice yesterday at about 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I had nothing going. They were giving me fits out deep, man. So I can still go catch them deep, but I think I figured something else out, and hopefully that weather coming in doesn't jack them up. So we'll try.
We put a camera on you and totally expecting everybody, myself, Davey, Zone, everybody expecting to see you looking at your graph with a spinning rod, and you didn't do any of that.
Yeah, I did. You seen how long it took me? Like 2-3 hours, and I didn't have a dang fish. So, yeah, I'm no dummy. I mean, I got to switch up. So I'm going to give it a shot tomorrow, though. I think those areas I have aren't quite as deep as they are catching them, I think. So I think they might be back on them tomorrow. When they're there, they're there. I mean, just wasn't graphing them, so I bailed on it and went looking.
Look forward to seeing how it works out for you. Great to have you back on the Elite Series. From Florida, Elite Series rookie Drew Cook. 5 fish for Drew here on day number 1. A great start to things for the former Florida State University angler. 15 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves inside the top 10 in 9th place currently. Let's hear it for Drew Cook. 15 pounds and 14 ounces. Sits in 9th place right now. And good start to things here this week.
Yeah, it was a pretty good start. I'm still trying to get over this sickness from last week, but it started off pretty quick. Kind of had everything I had by about, I think, 10-something. And then went to the lake, tried to catch a big one, and killed the rest of my day. So tomorrow I'm just going to wail on them and just catch them.
Well, I wish you luck, and with that, we'll take the screen off of that, and I hope I don't get what you got. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's keep them rolling. Our next angler all the way from Alabama, Kelly J. Off to a great start last week. 5 fish here today. Looking to keep it going. 9 pounds, 10 ounces. A tougher day today. And honestly, on paper, if you look at the 2 fisheries, I would assume this body of water sets up better for you.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it, and still am. It's a great fishery. I caught a lot of fish today. I just didn't get the bites I needed. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments tomorrow, I guess, and go a little deeper and see what happens.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow from Benton, Arkansas. Get loud for Stetson Blaylock. 5 fish today, Stetson. Good, worse, or about the same as pre-fish?
You know, it was about the same. Not many bites, but they're decent ones. It's just trying to find those 3.5 to 4 pounders.
3 pounds, 13 pounds, 12 ounces. Sorry, not to rip you off 10 pounds. 13 pounds and 12 ounces. A good start to things for Arkansas angler Stetson Blaylock. Rolled out in his Nitro Mercury and comes back with 13 pounds and 12 ounces. And going to be happy with that. That's going to keep you in the thick of things.
Yeah, I definitely know what's going on out there. It's just hard to get those big bites for me. I didn't get many in practice, and today was just about what I did in practice, so I need to make a few small adjustments just to try to get some bigger bites. But I'm right there close.
Congrats. Keep it rolling. We'll see you back here tomorrow from Del Rio, Texas, Ray Hanselman Jr. Looks like a good bag of fish for Ray Hanselman Jr. here on day number 1. 5 fish. 5 fish for 16 pounds and 12 ounces. Puts him in 4th place currently. 16 pounds and 12 ounces. And Ray Hanselman Jr. moves into fourth place currently, 2 pounds, 7 ounces short of our overall leader, Jeff Gustafson. But a great start to things.
Yeah, that's you know what I like about the Bassmaster Elite Series. We come to these elite bodies of water. I've probably caught the 20 biggest spotted bass in my life in the last couple of days. This is unreal. It's a treat to be here, and I really appreciate y'all scheduling this.
We love being here, and we look forward to seeing you all week long.
I got to wish my wife and kids happy Valentine's Day at home.
It was very important. I'm glad you got it in there. From Lake Wylie, South Carolina, let me hear it for Todd Otten. Five fish here today and a good start to things. Todd Otten, 5 fish for 16 pounds and an ounce inside our top 10 in 9th place currently. Digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag. Going to hold up a couple of those at big spotted bass from legendary Lake Lanier. Stop number 2 of the Bassmaster Elite Series, presented by Toyota. (16-1) and sitting 3 pounds 2 ounces short of the overall lead, but sitting pretty right now for day number 1.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised about that myself. My practice didn't go real well. You know, running around out here in the fog, it was kind of miserable. But today it was pretty nice. Got to run around and see how things were laying out for me, and figured out a couple little things. So hopefully it'll work tomorrow. You never know.
I look forward to seeing it all work for you. We'll see you back here tomorrow. The top 75 fish tomorrow. We'll cut it down to 35. This guy finished second place last week. From Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. 5 fish here today for Chris. Came very close to an Elite Series win in his very first Elite Series event. And another good start, 15 pounds and an ounce. He moves into the top 20 in 19th place currently. Let's hear it all the way from Canada, Chris Johnston. A cool breeze from north of the border and 15 pounds and an ounce. Great start to things again here this week. Chris, you got to be happy with how the Elite Series is working out for you.
I couldn't ask for a better start. Today was a really tough day. I'm really thrilled to get what I had. I had a really good start to the day, and I kind of had all day to upgrade, and I didn't upgrade much. So tomorrow I got some work to do, and I'd be thrilled to get that weight again tomorrow. So
75 anglers in the field, and only 3 of them are from Canada. Last week we had a Canadian leader, and this week we have a Canadian leader. Are you getting concerned that these guys are going to tell you not to play in their sandbox anymore?
I'm a little worried there might be a wall going up north as well. So as long as we can keep coming down, we're going to come down here and enjoy these great fisheries. So appreciate it.
We love having you here. Awesome to have you here always. From Connecticut, he's weighing the 5 biggest fish in Bassmaster Classic history, Paul Mueller. 5 fish for Paul Mueller here on day number 1. Wow, a big bag of fish. $16 pounds, 11 ounces, and he moves inside our top 10 in 6th place currently. Digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag, Paul Mueller, a former Bass Nation national champion, now makes a full-time living on the Bassmaster Elite Series. 16-11, just 2 pounds, 8 ounces short of the overall lead, and a great spot to be sitting in the first day of the tournament.
Yeah, you know, I'm definitely happy with that. You know, the Lord blessed me today. It did not start good. I mean, I caught a lot of small fish, but, you know, I caught bigger fish in practice, and they just left. And big shout-out to Garmin Panoptics because it got me back in the game. I kept going with it, found new areas. And I think you're going to have to make adjustments each day. This is one of those deals where I just want to be consistent. If I could weigh that every day, I'll be happy. So we'll see. It's a good start, and tomorrow's another day.
Weigh that every day. We'll see you on Sunday. All the way from Texas, a 3-time FLW Tour Angler of the Year, Clark Wendlandt. 5 fish for Clark Wendlandt here on day number 1. 11 pounds and 3 ounces. 42nd place here right now, but tomorrow's for rallying.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. You're going to have to rally here. I'm going to. So, I was around some big ones in practice. Didn't go very good today. I'm just going to have to go fishing tomorrow.
Well, the wind's supposed to blow a little bit, and people say it's going to be better, so we'll find out. From Brookville, Indiana, Dollar Bill Owen. Dollar Bill Owen with 5 fish here today on day number 1, and 5 good ones. Going to give you something to scream about. 15-15, and he moves into 11th place currently with 15 pounds and 15 ounces. You haven't seen one of these in a while. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, a big green beast. That is a difference maker right there. I'm going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything to worry about. It needs to be better than 4 pounds, 12 ounces to break our two-way tie. 6:14. And leading Phoenix Boats Big Bass sitting 11th in the tournament, and great start to things.
It is a good start. At 1 o'clock today, I had one little 14-incher in the box, and I was thinking, here we go, this isn't good. And I made a little adjustment and caught what I caught in like 8 casts. So hopefully I figured out a little something, but I'm looking forward to getting back out there in that Express and seeing if we can't catch them again tomorrow.
Looking forward to seeing how it works out. All right, you need to get extra loud. Last week's champion, his 16th Bassmaster win, the legendary Mr. Rick Clunn. 5 fish for Rick Clunn here on day number 1, and looks like a good day out there today. 5 fish for 12 pounds, 15 ounces, puts him in 32nd place. And Rick, I got to be honest, still in amazement last week. I mean, not only that you pull off that victory with such an astronomical weight, just a little over a pound short of a Century Club, but one of the most amazing things is you drove 7 or 8 hours and pre-fished the next day. How do you do it?
Well, actually, I didn't get on the water until Tuesday, about 10 o'clock.
Okay. That's how you do it, see?
And so I'm still practicing. I'm still looking, I'm catching a few, like here, I focused on my little bit of practice. I focused on a largemouth because that's what I'm good at. I intended before this tournament to fish the spotted bass, but I just didn't think I had time to look for them where I thought they'd be. So, but today I started to look for them, and I caught a decent one. So I'll just keep trying to find a few more tomorrow.
Keep it rolling, and once again, congratulations. That was truly amazing last weekend. From one Bassmaster Classic champion to another, get loud, from North Carolina, David Fritz. David Fritz with 5 fish here today. 5 fish for 11 pounds and 9 ounces, puts you in 41st place, and just a couple bigger bites, and you'll be right in the thick of things.
Well, I had them today. I just didn't execute very good. I should have had a pretty good sack today, but you're going to lose some fish, and especially when you're throwing a crankbait, it's just one of those things. And they really bit funny today, and everybody in the line saying the same thing. A lot of back hookups, and that's just. You're forcing the fish to bite. So, you keep changing colors. You think maybe that's what it is, but it's still the same. They just don't want it.
Well, I know that wasn't what you were hoping for. Are you a little down?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought I could do a little better, but I think I can get caught up tomorrow.
I bet you I can make you feel better right now. Do you know what was announced earlier today? The inductees into the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. And congratulations, David Fritz. You're going in this year. I'd like to bring out a couple of fellow Hall of Famers, of course, Rick Clunn and Dave Preck from Bassmaster Magazine, both inductees in the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. And, wow, nobody is shocked. I mean, it's a very deserving accolade, but tell me what's going through your mind.
Well, I don't know. I'm floored. You always, that's probably the biggest thing in my life. So to have that opportunity, and we're all, a lot of us are getting older, and I'm thinking, boy, I sure would like to get in that before I die. So, I don't know. I'm shocked. I can't believe it.
Well, the good news is it looks likely you will reach your goal by the looks of things. Congratulations one more time. Let's hear it for our newest Hall of Famer getting inducted in the 2019 Bass Fishing Hall of Fame class. If you're ever in Springfield, Missouri, you need to check it out. It's in the Wow Museum, and it truly is awesome. I mean, they got Ray Scott's hat, Bob Cobb's blowhorn. There's so many things. Trip, one day when you retire, what do you think they would put in for you? Like, you see Ray Scott's hat.
Probably a scowled face. I don't know. But, let me say something about David Fritz. Well, David Fritz, I have fished against and known David for a long, long time. And I don't do fantasy fishing, but I was thinking about this tournament. He's done well on these Chattahoochee River lakes, so watch out for this guy. He kind of gave a little glimpse of what happened today. So as the week progresses and it warms up, I'm sure he's doing a little bit different. He revolutionized crankbait fishing, so we owe a lot of debt of gratitude to him, and it's great to see. What an honor. That's fantastic.
Truly amazing, and great to share the stage with him. Let's bring up our next angler from Reed Springs, Missouri, Chad Morgentaler. A former classic qualifier with 5 fish here today in day number 1. 5 fish for 11-13, and within the last few years, relocated to Reed Springs, Missouri, right on Table Rock Lake, and a lot of people draw comparisons between these two bodies of water. And what say you, Chad? Do you believe this lake fish is similar to Table Rock?
Going into today, I would have told you absolutely. I thought it fished a lot like Table Rock. It was I had a pretty decent practice, to be quite honest with you. The last 2 days I kind of figured some stuff out, and it changed today on me, unfortunately. But that one saved grace for me right there, that largemouth. And, it's just one of those things. I think that if the wind blows and it clouds up like it's supposed to tomorrow, it's going to change again. And I certainly hope it does, because I hope what I found before starts working again. And, it's just fun fishing. You get out there and you usually catch a lot of fish and get a lot of bites. And any time I can catch largemouth and spotted bass, and I'm really happy. I mean, what else can you say? I do want to say happy Valentine's Day to my wife. She's at home. I want to come home and see you, but I hope I don't get home till Monday.
All right, I hope you stick with us all the way through to Sunday. From Mississippi, no stranger to Sunday performances on the Elite Series, Brock Mosley. 5 fish here on day number 1, and that was an awkward time for the music to stop, but I'll keep talking. 14 pounds and 4 ounces. He moves into 27th place currently. 4 pounds, 15 ounces short of the overall lead. Let's hear it for Brock Mosley. 61 anglers into our weigh-in. 14 anglers left to go, sitting in 27th place, so should be on the right side of the cut, but I know you want to pad that a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. These guys always they can show off a lake for sure, but the fish, they didn't really bite very good for me today. I'm happy with my weight, but I started out pretty good, and it just kind of slowed down this afternoon. So hopefully, they bite all day tomorrow, and we can make it to Saturday.
I'd love to see you here, even to Sunday maybe. From Fayetteville, Tennessee, looking to stomp a mud hole in them, Brandon Lester. 5 fish today for Brandon Lester, going to fish the Geico Bassmaster Classic in just a few weeks in his home state of Tennessee. 14 pounds even. It puts you in 29th place currently. It's a little over 5 pounds short of the overall lead, but let's hear it for Brandon Lester. $14 pounds even and sitting in 29th place, so on the right side of the cut. But the prognosis is, what I'm hearing is it's going to get better.
I hope so. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of wind. I had a fun day, caught a lot of fish. I just never really ran across a big one. I think it's going to be pretty important to either catch a big one or have a bigger than average size this week. But we'll see what we can do tomorrow. A little weather change won't hurt.
Looking forward to seeing how it works out. All the way from Minnesota, the amazing fighter man, Elite Series champion, Seth Fighter. 5 fish here today. Many people talking about the differences in the two bodies of water. He fished them remarkably similar, 13 pounds, 2 ounces, and last week doing something pretty orthodox on the St. Johns River. But this week, I would imagine this lines up with your style of fishing a little better?
Yeah, I like it. I have fun on the lake. Today was weird. They just move around a lot or something. I don't know. I only had one fish at 12:30, so I'm pretty happy to just have a limit, to be honest with you.
I'm happy to have you here in your marvelous mustache. Thank you. Thank you on behalf of all of us. All the way from San Jose, California. Time to get Zaldangerous for Chris Zaldane. 5 fish here. I don't know what I was saying there. I started to say 15. Let's see if I can tell the future. It's more. It's 16-15. See, I knew one of the numbers. Miss Cleo ain't got nothing on me. He moves into 4th place with 16 pounds, 15 ounces, just 2 pounds, 4 ounces short of the overall leader, Gussie. 16-15, great start to things. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, right in the middle of it. I had the live camera in my boat today, and I kind of mentioned today was a survival day. 16-15, I'll take it. When it gets slick, calm, and sunny out there like it did yesterday and today, it really messed up the bite that I'm fishing for. So really looking forward. Today was kind of a survival day, so I'm really looking forward to tomorrow with that weather change. I caught some really big ones in practice. Doing something a little bit different, I think. So really looking forward to tomorrow. Trait, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. For those who don't know, Trait, my wife, she fishes as well. So when I'm fishing on Valentine's Day, she understands. So, and yeah, that's the other thing is if you guys haven't checked it out already, Bassmaster.com, enter the sweepstakes to fish with the Zaldanes. You can fish with myself and my wife. You can win a $52,000 Skeeter Yamaha boat motor package along with everything else. And come out and fish on the St. Lawrence River. All expenses paid for. It's free to enter. It's a sweepstakes. Bassmaster.com. Fish with the Zaldanes. Check it out.
Can me and Trip enter?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm doing it right after Ryan. All you guys should do it. All the way from Australia. Get loud for the Wallabies. Carl Jacobson. One of the top picks in fantasy fishing, and with good reason. 5 fish here today. 13 pounds even on day number 1. Moves into 36th place right now. Digging deep in that Abu Garcia weigh-in bag. Let's hear it for Carl Jacobson. $13 pounds even, and I watched it on live a lot today, and 13 pounds a great bag, but I know what you were after was a lot more.
Yeah, I had high hopes. I love this lake. After last year, it became my favorite lake in all of the U.S. Same thing kind of happened to me last year. Whoever wins this tournament is going to make some pretty crafty adjustments. It's not going to fish the same every day. And last year, I think I had about 13, 14. The next day, I had 19, made a huge jump. So different conditions tomorrow, windy, current. It's gonna change up. So hopefully I can come in with that big bag. It was awesome to be on Bassmaster Live. I love that. Love the Australian support. Love the USA support. Got some amazing fans out there, and hopefully I can get back and be on Bassmaster Live when I'm actually in contention. So big day tomorrow. Appreciate it, and let's get them tomorrow.
Awesome to have you back on the Elite Series. From Bella Vista, Arkansas, qualified for the Elite Series the last 2 years. Let's hear it for Harvey Horn, a former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion. 5 fish here today, 10 pounds, 10 ounces, pushing 58th place, and just got to get that bigger bite tomorrow.
I had one today that was probably 3.5 pounds. Didn't really stay in that area very long, but I do know with the conditions we've got, if we get the wind tomorrow, I believe I can go in and catch some of those bigger largemouth that I've been catching in practice, and we're not really going to fool with the spots too much tomorrow.
I look forward to seeing it play out. Big comeback tomorrow. From Gainesville, Florida, former Classic qualifier, Bernie Schultz. 5 fish for Bernie here today. Bernie had a great week last week on the Bassmaster Late Series, and This week, much different. What a difference. 12 pounds and 11 ounces. No weight-wise. I mean, sitting in 40th place in the tournament. But what a difference. They took all their 65-pound test braid and replaced it with 6-pound test fluorocarbon. $12 pounds, 11 ounces, sitting in 40th place right now, Bernie. And, the way everybody's talking, a little wind might bite a little better tomorrow. What's your theory on that?
Yeah, it'll change. Hope I change with it to the good. Just have to see how it shakes out.
It's always great to have you here, and we'd love to see how it works out for you tomorrow. From Asheville, Alabama, let me hear it from Matt Herron. Good Lord. The Heron fans go wild. 5 fish for Matt Herron here in day number 1. 13 pounds and 3 ounces. He moves into 35th place currently. Former TTVC champion. Let's hear it for Skeeter Yamaha Pro, Matt Herron. Sitting in 35th place with 13 pounds, 3 ounces. But as everyone keeps saying, this place going to keep changing. You have to change with those fish to stay there.
You know, I had probably as fun a day fishing as I've had in a long time. I probably caught 20 fish. And then this place is incredible. I got a love for spotted bass. I grew up in Alabama, and these things here are kind of kin to them. So I love it. But, hey, that lady standing right there, that's my sweetheart for 35 years. Happy Valentine's.
Truly awesome to have you here, and happy Valentine's to everybody watching all the way from Louisiana. Let me hear it. Tyler Yvette. The loudest cheering section on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Not the biggest, but the loudest maybe. Scariest. 5 fish here today. 13 pounds, 10 ounces. Moves into 33rd place. $13 pounds and 10 ounces. 13-10, and the amazing thing about Bassmaster Elite Series pros is the sport's so much different than so many other sports out there. They've got service crews that help when they get in, but sometimes trouble happens on the water. And I've never watched a NASCAR race and seen like a NASCAR driver pull over and tow the other guy to the pits. And that's basically what you did today. Lost time on the water to bring a competitor in, and let's hear it for him. That's sportsmanship right there.
Yeah, he called me in about 2:30, and he's like, "Hey man, I ain't got no prop left." And so I went down there and picked him up. He's a couple miles south of me, and I came back up here and had about an hour or so. I checked in at 4. I brought him in for 3, and I just stuck around here and fished, but I didn't catch anything. So hopefully a good Lord bless me with a good sack tomorrow.
I'd love to see it. A great start to things here today.
So that Carhartt tumbler last week, we saw it last week, and I think it passed me on the interstate coming up here Monday.
He's never without it. Never without it. Let's bring through our next angler, a former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion, Chad Pipkins. 5 fish for Chad Pipkins here on day number 1. It's like a good start indeed. 14 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into 24th place currently. 24th place currently with 14 pounds and 12 ounces. And the former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion rounds out our top 25 in 24th place currently, 14-12. And several people have compared, spot fishing to smallmouth fishing. You find any similarities?
A bunch, and that's what I like to do. So hopefully we can get some cooperation tomorrow. I mean, there's some giant fish out there. If they would ever start to bite, you know it's down there. I mean, they're just swimming around. It's just tough to get them to bite sometimes. And today the conditions were a little different, and I just was fortunate to catch a couple good ones at the end. So hopefully we can build on that and get out there tomorrow and see what we can make happen. It's exciting.
Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. From Corbin, Kentucky, get loud from Mike Huff. Mike Huff does not look intimidating, but he is very intimidating. I think I'll start calling you Mean Mike Huff. 13-11, Mean Mike Huff moves into 34th place. just days after learning to shave. I'm sorry, I'm not really making funny. I'm just jealous. That's what people, when they get older, are jealous of young people. But 13-11, you sit in 34th place, and decent start.
Yeah, I mean, I checked in at 4 o'clock, and I needed every single minute of that to get a limit. I had one keeper at 3 o'clock. It was just a tough day, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The conditions are going to change, like everybody's saying, and I really hope they bite.
Great to have you here in the Elite Series. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Made our top 10 last week from Texas. There's always a story from this guy, Lee Livesey. Heard all about Lee Livesey, and they said, wait till we get to Lake Fork. And he reminded us last week, he's a lot more than just a Lake Fork stick. 13-13, and once again inside our cut on the Bassmaster Elite Series, 13-13, and he's in 33rd place. Looking to make back-to-back 10 cuts on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Made history last week with one of the most awkward yet spectacular / marvelous fish landings in the history of mankind last week. 13-13, are you pulling any fish over docks this week or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, couple.
Couple?
Yeah, couple.
With a spinning rod this week, or?
80-pound braid.
80 pounds, just keep up.
I didn't change anything up.
You're totally lying to me right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, that was awesome. Great interchange. We'll see you tomorrow when you lie to me some more. From Oklahoma, let me hear it for Luke Palmer. Good job, Lee. 5 fish for Luke Palmer here today. Are you going to tell me the truth, or are you going to lie to me like Lee?
Well, there really ain't nothing to lie about today because there ain't much in there to do any good with. But it was definitely a change. Took the 80-pound braid, but I still left one rod of that 65 on it, and I hit one today with it. But that's wasn't quite enough to do any good.
Well, it's always great to have you here in the Elite Series, and the good thing is tomorrow's moving day, so get inside that cut. Last but definitely not least, originally from Japan, now makes his home in Texas, Yusuke Miyazaki. Five fish for Yusuke here on day number 1. Sago's got that camera ready to go. Five fish for Yusuke Miyazaki here on day number 1. 15 pounds and an ounce. A great bag of fish for Yusuke here on day number 1. Get him to hold those fish up 15 pounds and an ounce. That moves him into 22nd place right now. $15-1, and Yusuke Miyazaki moves into 22nd place. Great to have him back on the Bassmaster Elite Series. And Yusuke, got to be happy with the start this week?
Yeah, happy about it. I got a good bite in the morning. Then after that, few hours, I got a really struggling there. Then, but I just keep doing my big fish things. Just keep doing it, keep cast it. Then it was working. I like to start 15 pound anyway. So, and also I want to say, happy Valentine's Day to my wife Naoko and Meg. So I hope catching tomorrow.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to them. And like Nemo's mom said, just keep swimming. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our weigh-in. Tournament leader all the way from Canada for the second event in a row. We've got a Canadian leader with 19 pounds and 2 ounces. Gussie, Jeff Gustafson's your tournament leader. Right behind him, look out, a former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion, David Mullins with 17-12. Rick Moore, 17-6. Chris Zaldane, 16-15. 16-12 for Ray Hanselman Jr. and Patrick Walters there in a two-way tie. 16-11, Scott Canterbury. Micah Frazier from Georgia, 16-11. Paul Mueller, 16-11. Rounding out our top 10, Keith Combs with 16 pounds and 6 ounces. Started with 75. 75 will go back out tomorrow. Then after tomorrow, we cut it down to 35 for semifinal Saturday. And the top 10 fish on Championship Sunday here at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite on Lake Lanier. On behalf of myself, Dave Mercer, our tournament director, Trip Weldon, our entire Bassmaster staff, we want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to watch day one weigh-in, and we will see you tomorrow.